This is my man Nish. Nish is one of our computer guys that here that is a marketer. He is Instagram savvy, social media savvy. He places a lot of our client buys for the company, and the company has changed how the whole business system that we have that handles that. So now he's on the clock. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like I mean, like I don't know if does they officially call it deportation? You're not gonna be deported, are you?
No, I mean, I don't know.
It's like a visa thing.
Yeah, it's like you're here on a work visa, and as soon as you get laid off, you get out of the country.
I met him. He was like 6 months in. We're in we had a whole digital department, so there was people walking around the building. We had no idea who these people were. It was almost like Men in Black. We saw people walking by. We were like, who are these people that keep going in these rooms? And so I'm in there cooking my food, and I was like, you know what? One of our bosses said, why don't you introduce yourself to one of the people you've never met? I said, you know what? I'll do that. So I'm in there nuking my little eat right meal, and he's like, hello. And I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm like, bro, like, I'm Orlando. He's like, I'm Nish. I'm Nish. And I can't say his real name.
Yeah, you thought he cursed at you.
I thought he cursed at me. And I'm like, what's your name? And he said, he said his name. And I said, oh, well, how long you been here? He's like, I've been here 6 months. And I'm like, damn, well, I'm glad to meet you. And he says, well, now what do you do? And I'm like, well, I work on the air. I'm a DJ.
Holy
and he's like, well, he's like, oh, okay. And he said, what's your name? And I said, I'm Orlando. He's like, all right, well, nice to meet you. He's like, how long you been here? I'm like, about 20, 21, almost 22 years.
My eyes rolled up. I was like, what?
It was hilarious. But I'm like, I mean, we've gotten to know each other. He comes in my office all the time. And when I heard that there was a possibility of him leaving, I'm like, listen, man, we can go on the air and get you a bride today. And he's like, bro, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, I can go out there and introduce you to the people because if there is a company who's out there who does have this kind of need for, I mean, just tell them a little bit about what you do. Great.
So anything digital marketing related, I have 2 masters from top universities, and I've been surrounded by business all my life. Like I did my bachelor's in finance, then I did my master's in management, then I did my master's in marketing.
Damn, you got a lot of degrees, bro. I ain't got one.
Is that 3 masters?
Yeah,
Two
he got 2 masters and a bachelor's.
Yeah.
So the homie got it.
My man, I always
Don't y'all
say-
want to marry him? Look at that. They like, hey, how he look? I want to marry him. See that? I'm videotaping this for the web.
I always said that, Nish, like, and I mean this, like, you're probably one of the smartest people in this building.
Yeah,
And
for
when they
real.
were like, oh, yeah, he might have to go back, I was just like, well, why? And it's respectable that you won't go that, like, a lot of people will go that easy way and just marry into the country.
Right.
But, like, you're not even looking to do that. You're looking to, like, just get somebody to sponsor your work. Not
Yeah,
even
100%.
just a place to work, right?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get him married. Because I know if I get you a dime, they got friends. I'm gonna be like, yo, Nish, your wife, tell your wife's friends to come pull up to us, go to the game.
Well, in that case, I hope you never meet my mom. She's gonna be so happy she met you, and then you guys will get married me soon, and it will be so scary. No, I'm not getting married.
And what do you look for in a girl though? If I'm not saying to marry somebody. If there's a girl out there and your ideal girl, like what does she do?
Right. When you ask me this question, the lyrics from that song, Red Hot Chili Peppers, pops in my head. The more I see, the less I know, the more I like to let it go.
Ooh, okay, bars. Bars.
Because and it's kind of true. Like in India, the women are so different, and when I came here, the dating scene was so different. It was a cultural shock. So what I would like to shorten it up, if you want to have a lot of fun in dating, America's the place. Like, date women out here, have a lot of fun, but like I noticed in my own experience, not to stereotype or generalize anything, but in my own experience, it's like Indian women have much more thick skin. Like they stay. Like you're like, I have to always be
Like
on my
they work
feet.
through the
Like, I don't
problems?
yeah, I have to always be on my feet here. I'll be like, oh, I hope I didn't offend her. I didn't say this. I didn't say that.
And
So,
they're not offended.
Indian women.
No, because they got thick skin. They've gotten toughened up.
In my experience, like that's what I've seen.
Tell Nish to check out Ashley Home Store for marketing opportunities. Somebody just said that. I mean, we don't have to answer him, but we could write it down. So make sure that that's on your list. Fabian just checked in and said, dude, he's funny. I hope he stays. Smart and funny. Somebody just said, all right? So these are just people who are texting in. Have him check the Blooming brands. We are always looking for media. We will do it. That's somebody who just checked in too. The Blooming brands.
Let's talk more about you, Nish, because we were talking about you. You know, you heard us do 50 Cent for a couple of minutes, and you said you like doing karaoke too, right?
Yeah,
You
I
have one
walked in and you guys were dressed up in the whole 50 Cent outfit, and I'm like, dude, are these my coworkers? Am I in the wrong room?
So, what's your go-to song? We were
Yeah, if
talking
you had
about
to have
it.
a go-to song that you would do for karaoke, if it was like for a green card, if it was for a green card and you had a go-to, what would you do?
Well, it would be the first English song I've ever heard in my life. It'd be "It's My Life" by Bon Jovi.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
really?
let me be like, what the heck? But for the green card, like, I would be maybe "Money" by Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay.
Hey, just to let you know, I mean, they selling this heavy. She's like, check into Blooming Brands. We're Carrabba's, we're Bonefish, we're Fleming's, we're Outback, we're the new Aussie Grill. We need it.
Right.
Yeah, so look into that. They said, hey, if Babs won't, at least you can. Wait, if Babs don't want you, at least I can cook for you. Like, so somebody else is saying they'll marry you too.
100%. If I don't even want to meet you, I don't want to know your personality. You'll cook for me. That's it. You're in. Like, let's please do it. I miss.
This person
I
out of
need
the
someone to cook.
A63 said that they'll move to India with you.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
He could be the fourth member of the Freak Show.
we
That's
go.
funny. Somebody said check with the Hard Rock. I mean, we did link you up with Darian from the Hard Rock, so that's major too because they got great opportunities. Check in with Bank of America. Somebody says because they're picking up media and marketing specialists as well. Let's say, dude's funny. Give him Meredith's job.
How Meredith get fired on her day off?
You can't get fired on your day off, dog. All right, so listen, I mean, if I do have any ladies that hit up that's like, hey, I want to talk to him about some opportunities,
Yeah.
are you down?
I mean, if they're super hot, I might change my mind. You never know these things. Yeah.
All right, man. Listen, if they want to get at you for real, how can they get like a LinkedIn or something? Because Nish is just Nish, and his rest of his name populates in there if you type that. I think that'd probably be the best way.
Or maybe there might be too many other niches. So like NISH and then IT.
And then IT, all right? The way you say it is the way we can't say it because of FCC.
Exactly.
So his
Trying
real
to
name
keep our
is
license.
Nish Kit without the K. Nish Kit. Like, without, just take the K out. So that's why I can't say it.
And then just to make sure, my last name Ranka, which is like rank, RANK, rank.
With an A at the end. Ranka. So RANKA. So his name is Nish It. That's how I'll say it. His name is Nish It.
Okay.
Ranka. That's what his name. If you're looking for him on LinkedIn.
We better not
Hey, man.
get fined.
Hey, bro, let me just tell you, we don't do this a lot, but I got to tell you from knowing you and from knowing just who you are, that you are a real stand-up guy. And while I know you can live a great life back home in India, saying that it takes you another 6 years if you go back to get back here proper, I can't let that happen without trying everything that I know.
Right. And
So-
yeah, I mean, I also said a lot of good things about India, but the reason that I still want to, like, I would prefer staying here than over there, even if that is a fairyland and it has all these things, is because, America is a very real country. Like, when I moved here, my journey was very different. Like, usually other Indians, they all are in IT or software and they all have their own group. They stay in their clan. Like, I was not living with them. I lived with Americans, and I realized something so significant about this country that I was in USF for my master's, and I would meet people from all over the world, like UK, Australia, New Zealand, and I would find something common between my culture and their culture. But when I looked at the American culture, it was the exact opposite when it came to anything. And it was so beautiful and so significant that everybody was such an independent thinker. And like, it's like people are so free in their minds over here that they can be anything, they can do anything. And that was so beautiful to me. So the friendships I've made here have been so real and so significant. And sometimes you guys don't realize what you guys have, and sometimes I don't either. But now when I'm thinking that it's time to go, like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, this was such a great experience, and I would not give this away for anything. I was kind of bored with that kind of a lifestyle in India where you have everything, then everything means nothing. Like, and here, like, I had substance, I had friendships, and we had problems, And a ton of times my friends would just get drunk and would be like, dude, you were always American, but you were born in India and somehow you landed up in America. you just have this accent. Other than that, you're American.
Nah.
The accent is pimping, dog. I got to tell you, man.
Nah, we appreciate
and
you,
you're a
Nish.
really stand-up guy. And I got to tell you, that message that you just said is going to resonate with somebody who's out there listening. So I got a funny feeling. We taking a stab at everything because like I told you, I'm gonna hustle to try and get you to stay here.
And even if they take me out of America, they won't be able to take the America out of me. The things that I've learned here are just so important.
I ain't even got to do it no more. You heard what he just said.
Look at him.
You heard what he just. I
Hey.
mean, that's a bumper sticker right there.
Hey,
damn
you
it.
guys gotta appreciate where you at. You hear that?
You know what I'm
hear
saying?
that?
Yeah,
America.
break it down
And
for America.
especially when you're in America, you gotta appreciate.
Yeah,
it.
got
there
to.
we go,
You got
baby.
to.
Amazing.
Nish, we
Wow.
appreciate you, homie.
Hey, man, we got more coming up. It's the Freak Show. It's Wild 94.1. Let's go.